So, keep in mind, this group quiz is basically a practice test. Okay, when you take this test, listen, I'm going to allow you to use your notes, and I will allow you to use this group quiz.
I did notes, by the way.
Good. Okay, I will also be checking your notes before or while you're taking the test. Okay, so the TAs will come around to check that you check to see that you have all of the notes. There are 4 sets of notes, so you should have 6.1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Before you come on block date, make sure that you have all of those with you, because it's 10 points each just for having your notes. So if you don't have them, get on the website, borrow notes from a friend, figure it out so that you have complete notes. Okay? That's a silly way to be losing points. For number 1, it says the coordinate plane shows the locations of this pentagon. The pentagon is to be translated. What does translating mean? Translating is kind of like what? Like sliding something. Okay, so you're just moving the whole thing. So you're going to slide the whole thing. Translated 6 units in a positive x direction. So does that mean right or left or up or down? Positive x direction. 6 units to the right. Okay, and 4 units in a positive y direction. Does that mean left, right, up, or down? Up. Okay, so that means 6 units to the right, 4 units up. What are the coordinates of R? So, do I have to figure out every single part? No. Okay, you can just figure out R. If you want to translate the whole thing, you could. But you do not have to, okay? We're just looking at R. So if I move R 6 units to the right, so move over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your R sub 1, okay, R prime. And what coordinate is that? You name that coordinate. What point is this at right there? Is that 0, 2, or is that 2, 0? 0, 2. Okay, we definitely know it wouldn't be C or D. Okay, and then you just have to remember you go side to side first. The x coordinate is side to side. We go over 0, up 2. Okay, now, keep in mind, this is not your exact test. So do not automatically think that it's going to be exactly the same. Okay, I will probably ask you for a different point. Okay, different vertex. So be aware of that. I want you to understand the concept, not necessarily just the answer.
There's going to be 15 questions.
Yes, it is. The triangle in the diagram is reflected, listen, about the y-axis. Okay, is the y-axis the up and down or the side to side? Up and down. It's even labeled for you. Okay, reflected means you literally pick it up and flip it over. We want to know what are the coordinates of the vertices of the transformed triangle. So here, if I flip this over the y-axis, where will this edge be? It'll be over 3, so left 3, and it will still be up 2. So negative 3, up 2. You're still going to have one right there. Good job. So negative 3, comma 2. What about this one right here? How far over will it be? How far over will it be? Over 6 in the other direction and up 2. The up part will not change. So over 6, up 2. Negative 6, 2. And what about this last, the top one? What coordinate is that right now? It's over in between 4 and 5. So we'd say like 4.5. Okay, 4.5. So in between 4 and 5 and up still 8. So in between 4 and 5, up 8 is up here. Okay, you can connect them if you'd like to. So negative 4.5, comma 8. Okay, connect them if you'd like to. And then you just have to match these up. So which ones do these match? Is this exactly the same? Is A correct? No, it has the negatives in the wrong place. 3, 8, I definitely don't have that. 3, negative 2. No, those are backwards. Negative 3, comma 2. Okay, make sure that you're looking at all these because they all look very, very similar. Say it again. Oh. I'm sensing like a lot of you aren't really paying attention right now. Are we ready to take our test? No. Okay, then I need to see more eyes up here, paying attention and less talking going on. Thanks. Okay, number 3, it says the quadrilateral is reflected about the x-axis. So is that going to be side to side or is it going up and down? Is it flipping over the side to side? Is it flipping up and down or is it going to flip side to side? If it's going over the x-axis is this one. So it's going to flip over. Okay, so it's going to flip over. This one is is 1 long. Okay, that's going to be your M1 and your K1. If we flip this, where is P going to end up being? -1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be up 3. This one, J, is at -1, 2, 3, 4, -3. So over 4, up 3. That's your J1 and your P1. When you connect these, it's asking which 2 sides are parallel. Which sides would be parallel? Fabian? Which sides would be parallel?
I don't know.
Do you don't know which ones are in line with each other? Look at the picture.
You went out of your mind.
Okay, I apologize. We can still look at parallel though. Which ones are parallel? Name this one. JP. And what's this one called? KM. So side KM and side JP. Okay? We're not looking for the exact coordinates. I just want to know which ones are going to be parallel. Okay? Parallel means 2 straight lines. Okay? These would be parallel with one another. Questions on how I did that? No? Okay, next one. For number 4, it says line segment is graphed on the coordinate axis below, which shows a translation of AB 3 units down and 4 units to the left. Okay? I know these are different scales, like this one's bigger than all of these. But when you translate something, does it get longer? No. So how long is this line segment? It's 1, 2, 3 units long, right? Is this line segment 3 units long? No, so it's definitely not that one. Is this one 3 units long? No. How about this one? No. How about this one? Yes. So even if you didn't move in the right direction, this is the only one that didn't get longer somehow. It has to be that. Okay? Has to be. Okay, for number 5, it says rotating quadrilateral 180 degrees counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. Is that to the left or to the right?
Left.
Counterclockwise. Left or right? Counterclockwise means to the left. Okay? Listen. Counterclockwise. Okay? Now, it's already showing you where it went from and where it goes. Okay? So this one is where it started. This is where it goes. We just want to know which ones are congruent. So which corners would be congruent to one another? What is D equal to in this picture? Angle D is similar or congruent to which one? Which one is the kind of pointy edge on this one? E. So I would start by doing that. Okay? Which one is the other pointy edge? Angle A is equal to what?
H.
H. Okay? Angle B is equal to what?
G.
B is
F.
down from the little one. So F or G? G. And finally, angle C would be congruent to what? F. Then just match up which one is correct. So which one is correct?
C.
D is equal to E. Okay, so you're just matching them up. figure out which one is the same. Okay, number 6, it says Miss Burton drew the quadrilateral. She performed a reflection about the x-axis. Which description is accurate? So reflection means what? What are you doing about a reflection? It's like mirror image, right? And if it's about the x-axis, it's going to flip over, right? So if this one flips over, where does it go? Does it move at all? No, that one stays there, okay? Where does this one go? If it's reflected, it's like mirror image. Where does this one go? -2, -2. So this would be T prime. Where does the M part go? Over 1, down 3. And where does the N part go? Over 3, down 3. So if I drew this, you connect these dots, the reflected image has one line that is parallel to the x-axis. Is that true? Parallel means exactly the same.
No.
Does this have one that's parallel to the x-axis? Which is the x-axis? The side to side or up and down? Side to side. Is this parallel? Yeah, is this a straight line? Exactly straight? Yes. So that one's true. You have to check all of them though. The reflected image does not have any sides parallel to the x-axis. Well, that's not true because we already said it had one. Does it have two lines that are parallel to the x-axis? No. This one's not parallel, right? This one's not parallel because it's... And this one's not parallel, okay, because it's not exactly straight, okay? It's not flat. So definitely not those two. And the reflected image has one line that is parallel to the y-axis. Is anything parallel to the up and down axis? No. Okay, so the only one that works is A. There can be more than one answer, though, on these. So make sure that you look at all of them. Okay, number 7. Which graph shows the image of the figure after a rotation of 180 degrees counterclockwise? So, for this, I would use the patty paper, okay? Use this paper, okay? Listen. Remember, when you're doing a reflection, or excuse me, a rotation, you always want to make that little cross right here. Okay, so make the cross where the XY axis is. Listen, guys.
That's cool.
Yes.
We have more patty paper.
If you need it, I do have a little bit extra, yeah.
I have one. I just got one.
Okay, so on this one, if you put your pen, listen, put it right in the middle, and we're gonna rotate it 180 degrees counterclockwise. So is that to the left or the right? Counterclockwise means to the left. Okay, counterclockwise goes this way. Okay, so if I move it, one turn is 90 degrees, 2 turns is 180 degrees. If you leave it just like this, which one does that look like? Does that look like A, B, C, or D? A. Wait, does it?
Wait, no.
Should be A. Okay? A is the answer that we're looking for here. Okay. You put C, C is exactly the same. So that would be not rotated at all. Okay? This is the one that we were looking for. Okay, how about here? If you're rotating 90 degrees about the origin, after the rotation, what is the location of vertex U? Okay, so here, same thing. We want to draw this. Listen. The only one that I'm really concerned with is vertex U. So I'm just going to draw this dot, okay? If you draw that dot, and we're going to rotate this, which way? Left or right? Counterclockwise means left. And how many places am I moving it? How many rotations? 1, 90 degrees each time. So move it over 1 time. If you look through the patty paper, listen guys, hey, enough with the talking please. If you look through the patty paper, you should be able to see the coordinate here is -2 up 3. Okay, you can look kind of through it. -2 up 3. And then you just have to match it. Okay, -2 up 3 should be A. Anyone have any questions on how I did that so far?
Nope.
No? Okay, for this one, if we're going to look at a dilation, okay, dilation is like, have you guys ever gone to the eye doctor and they dilate your pupils? Like the little middle part in your eyes? Yeah, it's like it's really small now, and they get it like really big, they make it bigger. Okay, that's called dilation. All you really need to do here to figure out what the scale factor is pick 1 point. Okay, so let's pick this point right here, and when it got dilated, it goes to right here. So what point is this right there? Name that point for me. 6, 0. Okay. And what is this point right here? This point is what? 9, 0. So what would you have to multiply by to get from 6 to 9? Can you multiply by 1/2? What's 1/2 of 6? 3. So it's definitely not 1/2. What's 2/3 times 6? Like if you work this out. 6 to get to 9. Can I multiply by 2/3 to get there? What's 6 times 2/3? How would you do that? What would you have to do? Can you cross multiply? You should be able to cross multiply. This reduces. 2 times 2 would give you 4. Is 4 equal to 9?
No.
Not so much, so it's not this one. Can you just multiply by 2 to get from 6 to 9? No. Can you multiply by 3 over 2?
Yes.
If you multiply by 3 over 2, what does that give us? This reduces. 3 times 3 is 9. So this works. Okay? You have to figure out what are you multiplying by to get there. Please. Stop it. Okay. Last page. On number 10 says, suppose that this is the result of a dilation with a point of origin as the center and a scale factor of 2. What are the coordinates of U? So here, we want to write all of these coordinates and then use the scale factor. So what is the coordinate of U? What point is that right now? 4, 1. If I'm going to multiply everything by 2, okay, scale factor of 2. If I multiply that, what would be your new coordinate? What's 4 times 2? 8. Comma, what's 1 times 2? 2. So what would your new coordinate be? 8, 2. That's it. Okay, you just multiply. Multiplying things together. I'm hearing, guys, if we can't rein in the talking and I can't, like, if you're not paying attention, you're not going to be able to use these tomorrow. Because you're just being annoying right now. It's right. Probably not. No, we're going to take it on block day when you have more time.
Wait, how long is it?
15 questions. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, this point is the result of a translation. 5 units left and 3 units up. Use translation notation to describe the translation. So translation notation just means what? X is moving which way? Is 5 units left the X part or the Y part? 5 units left. Is that moving on the x-axis or the y-axis? The x-axis. And if you're moving to the left, is that positive or negative? Negative. So x minus 5, comma, y is doing what? 3 units up. So is that plus or minus? Plus 3. This is called translation notation. Okay? If you don't write the x and the y part in there, it's wrong. So you have to use translation notation. This is how you do it. Thank you. Okay, these vertices What are the coordinates of the image of point P after reflection across the x-axis? So what you want to do is draw your own little graph. Okay? We really don't care about any of these except for P. Okay? So draw where P is, so over 3, up 5. So if this is your P, that's point P. If we're reflecting across the x-axis, does that mean you're going to go across side to side or across up and down? Across up and down. So if you reflect, where will this point be? Does it move over at all? No, so it's still negative 3. And where does it move down? If it's up 5 now, it moves what?
Down 5.
Down 5. So what point is that?
Negative.
Negative 3, comma,
Negative 5.
negative 5. That's your answer.
Negative 5. Negative 5.
Negative 3, negative 5. Okay, what are the coordinates of the image of point K if that's rotated? Okay, I apologize. That's a bad question. You should have a picture. Okay, I'm sorry. So you need to have a picture for that one. I forgot to put the picture on here apparently. So we're going to skip that one. You guys are just going to have to figure it out on your own.
Oh man.
You'll be okay.
He's a heartbeat.
Triangle ABC has these vertices. What are the coordinates of the image of point B after a dilation with scale factor of 2? So all we're really looking at is coordinates of B. So negative 1, comma 4. If your scale factor is 2, what does that tell you? What are we going to do? What do I do with the 2 and these coordinates? What do we do? Multiply them. So what's negative 1 times 2? Negative 2. 4 times 2 is what? 8. So that's your new point. Okay, and last one, number 15. Tommy drew half of a star on this coordinate plane if the drawing was reflected across the y-axis. So does that mean we're going up and down or side to side? Side to side. What would be the reflected location of point B? So if I draw this, if this is where point B is now, if it's reflected, what point would this be at? What point is this at now? Give me what location that is.
Negative 4 and 6.
Negative 4, comma, up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay. So that means it's going to be what? Over still 4 and up how far?
6.
Over 4, up 6 is your new B location. So this would go out to here. No, I did that very badly. I'm sorry. Very poorly. I apologize. Apologize. I can't talk. Sorry. Okay. So point B would be at what point? So what location is this? 4, comma 6. I apologize. So 4, comma 6. Okay. Do we have any questions? No. Any questions at all?